Luocha is a 5-star imaginary abundance character that is unlike other abundance characters already in the game such as Bailu and Natasha. Instead of relying on his HP to scale his healing output, he relies on his attack stats instead. This alone already makes him stand out from the other abundance characters, but here are the 5 reasons that make him a must-pull. The first unique mechanic that Luocha has is his emergency or smart healing. And what I mean by that is that Luocha has a skill with a passive effect attached on it. Whenever a character's HP falls a certain percentage, Luocha will immediately cast his skill to heal that character without consuming any skill points. In comparison to Bailu's Revive, which can only trigger once, Luocha can trigger this effect every few turns, making his smart healing more sustainable in longer fights. What this also means is that Luocha can heal a dying character without having to take a turn first and without consuming skill points. The second reason is buff removal. Luocha is the ultimate counter for the time being to enemies that like to buff themselves, because when he uses his ultimate, he immediately removes buffs from the enemies, making him a very strong counter to enemies like the Marastrat soldier. At this point of time, the only other character that can remove buff is Pela with her skill, but she can only do that to one enemy at a time while consuming skill point. Luocha on the other hand just needs to use his ult to remove buff from the whole wave of enemies. The third reason is his ability to create a lifesteal field. Luocha has a passive skill that allows him to deploy a field that enables allies to heal when they attack, making them have lifesteal of sorts. He has a counter which will increase when he uses his skill or ultimate, and when this counter is full, he creates this field. Paired with his emergency healing mechanic, this makes him even more unique by not needing skill or ultimate or taking a turn to heal, unlike the other abundance characters. The fourth reason is that Luocha is imaginary. Imaginary breaks cause imprisonment to enemies. Imprisonment delays the action of the enemies by 30%, while also slowing them even more, making them unable to take action for longer. When you set up Luocha to cause break on enemies, the enemy will essentially have less turns and deal less damage overall. This synergizes very well with his lifesteal field to enable your allies to attack the enemies and heal when they are low, while the enemy is not taking turns. The last and most important reason is that you only have 4-star defensive characters. In the later stages of Memory of Chaos, defense is absolutely important because enemies can easily wipe your team. It is why Bailu and Chars are the absolute best units for defense, but if you don't have either of them, Luocha is perfect because of his smart healing, his lifesteal aura that can provide a lot of defenses. Not only that, he is the only defensive character with more offensiveness, able to remove buffs and scaling from attack. If you don't have either Bailu or Chars, then it just makes your decision to pull Luocha much more easier. To conclude, Luocha is a stylish, strong character that can fit in any team composition. He is flexible with his unique kits that can help your team survive without him having to take turns, with his smart healing, with his lifesteal field. Not only that, his element also helps him in being a defensive character by causing imprisonment to delay the enemy's actions. And I'm very sure that his offensive capabilities will definitely help for MOC. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Subscribe for more guides.